for Ed Vogel, and Mike Hengel, who's editor of the Las Vegas Review-Journal, is presenting the award.
Thank you, Ann. Congratulations to all the winners. What a pleasure it is to introduce a member of your own staff for as the newest member of the Nevada Press Hall of Fame. I may never have the opportunity to present someone more deserving of this honor than our 2012 inductee from the RJ. Ed Vogel grew up in Clinton, Michigan, where he got his start in journalism, covering high school football and basketball for a weekly newspaper that paid him $1.50 a story. After graduating from the University of Michigan, it's not looking good for them tonight, by the way, he pursued his love of newspapers at jobs in New Mexico and Texas before joining the Review-Journal. Ed actually started on September 16th, 1977, a month after Elvis's death. For the next couple of years, Elvis impersonators were as common as showgirls, and they often made their way into the newsroom hoping for a feature story. And being the cub reporter, that was Ed's problem. One of Ed's favorite interviews in his early days was with an old-timer named Harry Alexander, who later became a friend of Ed's. Sharp as a tack, Harry's claim to fame was that he sold candy and cigarettes to passengers on the eastbound train from Los Angeles. Harry actually attended the auction on May 15, 1905, when the lots in Las Vegas were sold by the railroad, and Las Vegas was born. Says Ed, I'm proud of my longevity and the fact that I knew people like John Kalin and his wife Florence Lee Jones when I lived in Las Vegas. Kalin's brother Al was one of the owners of the RJ until 1949 when Don Reynolds bought the paper. Kalin remained editor for many years, and both are in the Hall of Fame. In November 1979, Ed took time off from his budding career as a journalist to spend a couple of months hiking the mountains in Arizona. He returned to the RJ a few months later. At the Review-Journal, he covered police and suburban governments, and later was assigned the environmental beat, which in Las Vegas involved coverage not only of air and water quality, but also of environmental effects of nuclear testing and nuclear waste storage. He became Nevada's expert journalist on Yucca Mountain. He was at the Nevada test site the day the Department of Energy conducted an underground test, and the press was on hand. Back in the early 80s, before heading to Carson City, Ed's features about life around Nevada were very popular with RJ readers. He continued writing such features focusing on rural Nevada, and even after going to Carson City. Those features on rural life were lively and usually fascinating about all kinds of Nevadans, not just public officials and newsmakers. He searched every nook and cranny for those subjects. As a side note, when this hotel opened as the Fitzgerald in about 1981, Ed covered the story. Ed covered his first session of the Nevada legislature in 1979, and in 1985 was assigned as a full-time reporter-in-chief of the Review-Journal's Capitol Bureau. He has covered 17 regular and 12 special sessions of the legislature. Few reporters in Nevada history can equal his knowledge of state government. He has covered 5 governors, their first ladies, and administrations, including Richard Bryan, Bob Miller, Kenny Gwynn, Jim Gibbons, and Brian Sandoval, in each of those gubernatorial races. We have always counted on Ed to routinely break important stories, and he has always beaten the competition on some of the biggest stories of the day, including developments in the murder of State Controller Kathy Augustine. Those who know Ed know he approaches his job as he approaches life, with great courage, conviction, and joy. Throughout his long career as a journalist in Nevada, Ed has brought great enthusiasm and skill to the craft, even though at times he's had to fight through serious illness. This seasoned veteran gets as giddy about a scoop as a kid right out of J school. It's a refreshing and rare thing to see. Ed is a workhorse. Even after more than 4 decades as a journalist, including 35 years at the RJ, Ed somehow manages to out-hustle most of the reporters on our own staff, to say nothing of how he handles the competition. His commitment to getting the job done right is unflinching. He doesn't give up, He does not give in. Every day he displays great heart. Ed is joined this evening by his youngest daughter, 10-year-old Annabelle, who took her first plane ride today to be with her dad on this occasion. Annabelle, we're happy to have you, and we're very proud of your father. He's also joined by his brother, Tracy. Tracy, we're happy to have you too. Ed's wife, Carol, could not make it. She's feeling a little under the weather. Our prayers and wishes are with her. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome the 2012 inductee into the Nevada Press Hall of Fame, a man who has honored his craft for 4 decades like few others, Ed Vogel.
Thank you, everybody. There's nothing important in life more than your family and your children. That's all I'd like to say.
Congratulations, Ed.